Capacity building. These are two words, capacity and building. What is capacity? Capacity, this is the ability to do something, or the amount how something can be held. Building, this is the way of construction. Yeah, just the way as it is building. Today we're going to talk about building capacity. My name is Ifno and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. In my first video, I've talked about more of the kind of content that I'll be posting. In a nutshell, I'll be talking more about personal development. And if you find yourself aligning with what I'll be posting, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you turn on that notification bell so that you cannot miss out for my next videos. Capacity building. This is about strengthening of skills, knowledge, resources, and systems so that we can perform better. That is in terms of solving problems and sustaining of a program in whatever field we are, so that we cannot rely so much on external help. Kapena tiyankhule mumveka bwino bwino, ukuku ndikuthekera kumene munthu amatha kukhala nako, chifukwa chonena kuti zimene timaphunzira mclass, whatever we learn, skills, knowledge, tikafika pa ground zimakhala zinthu zosiyana. So on the ground it requires more of application than what we learned in class. I'm not saying that zimene taphunzira in class makhala zosafunikira. No, it is as much as important, and so it is of what we're going to find on the ground. Zimafunika zinthu ziwirizi zikumane zibwere pamodzi. Pamapezeka kunena kuti tikafika pa ground, it has more to do with soft skills than hard skills. Yes, hard skills ndi zimene taphunzira tapanga akikwaya ku college, the real requirements of the job. But now tikafika pa ground is more about soft skills. Soft skills, these are the skills, for example, the likes of time management, problem solving, how you communicate with others. And these are the things that you're going to find them on the ground, and they require your application. It is not about how big or how small a problem is, but how capable are you in having the capacity to deal with that. Because sometimes it can be a big problem, and yet it just requires a certain amount of application in order to work on it. Or it can be a small problem, and because you don't have the capacity, you might take things or even waste resources on that kind of a small problem just because you don't know how to apply the real measures on the ground. So right now, let me share with you a story which I read somewhere else. Imene itifotokozere zambiri zokhuzana ndi topic yathu ya lero. There was this ship, a cargo ship. Stima zikuluzikulu zimene zimayenda pa nyanja zimanyamula katundu mkulu. We call them cargo ships. It find itself got stuck. Inapeza kuti yatsakamira pena pake pa coast shore, kuti zinyamuka yatsakamira sikuyendaso. Ani akanayesera kuyitana ma engineers from all over the places kunena kuti athe kuyichotsa kapena aone kuti vuto ndi chani. Kunabwera akadaulo kuyesesa mundumu. Stima sinatani sinasunthebe. Masiku anamba kupita, people got worried. Then the owner of that shore, the coast shore, had to invite a local engineer from within, apa malopo mwepo, just nearby, kuma he's a local engineer. Anamuyitana kuti abwere akaone kuti vuto ndi chani. Upon munthu jara fika, aneke stima janapa kuseka, because they know that they have tried to invite my engineer who my expert from all over places, but nothing seemed to work. So what makes you be capable of making this ship move from where it's stuck. Mtu janalo wankali mwa stima moja. Sana ringi nthawi yayitali. In about 3 minutes, he was done, and the ship started moving, where people were astonished. Anthu anadabwa. I said, zatheka bwanji? Anyway, how much should we pay you? Anawuza unazo kuti pay me 10,000 US dollars. Imene ndalama yambiri kwambiri. Anamuza, iwe walowa mkatimu, in less than 3 minutes you want us to pay you 10,000 US dollars. Why should we pay you that? Anayankha modeka, anawuza unena kuti 9,000 US dollars ndi ndalama imene mundipatse chifukwa chonena zoti sindinatenge any kind of equipment, koma ndinangotenga just a hammer, a hammer too. And 1,000 US dollars ndi ndalama imene mundipatse chifukwa chonena zoti nditalowa msimamo, I knew where to knock pamene ndikamenya ndikahamala kaja, and the right amount of force to hit that place, to the extent that the ship had to move. And he also told them to say, I've been doing this for more than 10 years, to the extent that ntchito imene ndimagwira for 30 minutes, now I'm able kuti ndigwire within 3 minutes. Right? Yes. That's the story. So, what are we learning from this story? It's not an amount of how big a situation is, but are you capable of handling it? That's what we're learning. That's the highest degree of what capacity building is. It's not how much what you know, but how much can you apply in what you know. Because these kind of situations, they just require a kind of application. You might exaggerate a situation just because it looks big, but upon analyzing, you can know it just requires a little touch of here and there, and off it goes. In conclusion, it takes more than knowledge and skills to get things done in life. For knowledge and skills will only get you far in life, but capacity will unlock doors you never imagined can be opened. Strive to build capacity. In my next video, we're going to look into habits which can help us in building capacity. See you in the next one.